What up? It's your boy Nick Incredible Man, and I'm back at it again. And I just watched Vinland Saga episode 3, and this is my discussion slash review. But let's get it, man. Okay, before I do that, I skipped episode 2. I mean, I watched it, but I didn't review it because I felt like a lot of great stuff happened in it, but the whole religion aspect, and I just didn't want to have a whole bunch of stuff going on with that. But let's talk about episode 3, man. Okay, because episode 3 picked up right after the episode 2, and then episode 3 showed us that little small tidbit from episode 2 of the showcase of the guy that was set up to kill. Well, he wasn't set up, but that was hired to kill Thors, and we got to see his sidekick too. But dude, episode 3 takes place, man. Everybody's waking up that morning, and for some reason, all of the dudes in the village wants to get with Thor's daughter, which is Yova. Everybody wants to get with her. Everybody had to come tell her, well, please wait for me. I won't die on the battlefield. I'll be back to be with you. Everybody just wants her. I'm just saying, there's other women in the village. I mean, I'm pretty sure there's other girls in the village. Like, as they were leaving, this other chick came up and was wishing Ari a good journey or safe travels on him going to the war, hoping he'd come back. So there's other chicks there, man. She cared for him, so she's not the only chick. But I mean, like, she's like the MC's sister. So, but let's talk about it, man. Everybody was doing came to see her, and then Thors wanted to tell Thorfinn goodbye and some emotional father son stuff, but he couldn't find them, so he kind of just left without saying it. And like, he wanted to tell his wife to tell him what he wanted to tell him, but he couldn't. They couldn't find him, and his wife was like, "I'll tell him for you." But we all knew, man. Even watching it and not even having to watch the episode all the way through, we know he stowed away on the ship. That was a given, man. That's just writing, and if you've seen enough anime or anything like that, you know that was the perfect time to write something like that into it. So I mean, granted, this is coming from the manga, but that was the perfect time to write something like that. So we all knew that he stored away on the ship. But after all that happened, we saw them sailing away. But before they sailed away, dude, it was only 5 of them, okay, on Thor's ship. Dude had one huge oar. That was the biggest oar I ever seen. And I've seen One Piece with giants and well, okay, I'm pretty sure giants or maybe a whole lot bigger, but like, for an average person, that's a huge oar, dude. And the other 5 was just up there just rowing like this, and dude, and like, his oar was like this big, and he was just up there. Oh, so dude is a beast, man. But the moment that I loved, that I don't know if anybody else would talk about, was the fact that Leif told the chick that was worried about Ari that Thors doesn't intend to go to war with these guys. He's going to drop them off at this other, I'm assuming, like, fishing town or trade port town, and he's going to hire some other guys to go with him, and I'll bring these guys back to the village with me because he doesn't want them to die in the war. And I think that is the sweetest thing, man. This shows how much this dude has grown as a character, man. You can it's only 3 episodes in, and we see how much that he changed, man, from that first clip flashback thing that we seen in the first I'm pointing like this over there, that we seen, and he was just like laying down dudes and chopping them in half left and right, man. So for him to come this far in such a short period, now in the actual manga and anime, it's been a while, but like, for us, it's been 3 episodes, and for someone to have such character development in 3 episodes like this, that's just great writing, man. That's just great writing. What else? Okay, yeah, they were on the boat and they were sailing and everything. And now, I never understood this, but I've seen it in a bunch of other stuff. Like when it came to water and boats, that like the water is very entrancing at nighttime. And Thors told Ari that he was like, don't look into the water at night because it'll pull you in. So that was something too, man. I don't know. I know I'm all over the place because there was just certain moments in this episode that you just have to talk about. But anyway, let's talk about Thorfinn stowing away on the ship, man. Then he was like, "Yeah, we don't have to row anymore because we're so far out to sea. The current is going to carry us." And Thorfinn was like, "So does that mean there's no point we could turn around to Chiwe?" "Yeah, sure, we can't turn around now. Chiwe." And it turns out that Thorfinn was on the ship. I mean, but you could just tell that that's the way that it was going. From being a manga and anime watcher, with a manga reader and anime watcher, you could tell that that's the way that it was going. But they was just doing all of that, man. But let's talk about the main moment in this episode that was just fantastic, which is when they get to the cove town and Leif was like, something's not right, hold on. But then Thors he saw the rocks fall. Dude, that's somebody that's like battle ready and like battle hardened and understands his surroundings, man. Because like Leif was like, well, the number of houses look different and like there was a lot more houses last time. But Thors was like, I just seen some rocks fall or move or shit. And I was like, dude, okay. Not like, of course we heard it, but like for him to pick up on that, yeah. Then we get to the guys that's on top of the cliffs that was ambushing them. Like, they didn't even care about their plan anymore. They just dumped all the stuff to block them in. Okay, now we're at the meat of what I wanted to talk about. The people came and set it up, and they came from around the cove. And Ari, you can tell he's so frightened, but he's trying to put on a brave front. It was like, yeah, let's kill him. I'm ready. And I don't know if anybody else knows or anybody else talked about it since I'm so late. But that moment when Thors said, or Thors was like, don't go talking. Well, before I say that, when he said, "Put away your sword. They're well beyond you." But that moment when he said, "Don't go." How did he say it? Don't go off and talk about killing as like it's. I'm paraphrasing. Like as it's such an easy thing to do, and I was like, dude. And you know what made that moment so much more. Look at my hands. Intriguing was when he jumped off of his boat to go to their boat and just started knocking out dudes. He didn't even pull his sword. Okay, first of all, that testifies to the fact that he's super strong, but it also shows, like I said earlier in this video, character development, man. He doesn't really want to kill anymore, and he's showing that by not killing these guys at all. He's knocking every single one. He hasn't even drawn his sword at all, man. Dude, that's such great writing, man. Dude, for us to come 3 episodes in to have this much feeling about this character and to understand where he's coming from and for him to have such character development. I don't know if anybody else feels like this, but I feel like dude has major character development, man, and it's so sad that they're going to kill him off. I know they're going to kill him off because the MC wants revenge for his father and everything, so we know that, man. But my man, I can't believe it, man. Dude is such a great character. I wish Thors was the main character. Dude is so beast. Well, I guess you know what, honestly, I guess he could be the main character in these. Well, probably in these 3 episodes and maybe the ones that's upcoming, he is the main character until it switches over to Thorfinn. I don't know if that's the case. That's also great writing to make the father the main character, and then when he's killed, switch it over to the son, because we know he's gonna die, man. I mean, we just know the guy set it up to like, and he's supposed to be his friend. And he set it up to like, well, I want you to kill Thors, and they ambushed them. And let's be honest, Thors is probably the only capable fighter that they have, and maybe Leif can fight too. I don't know, but this is great writing, man. This is an anime, but they can. I mean, this feels like a live action TV show. I've never seen the show Vikings, but I mean, this is. If it's anything like this, it may be worth checking out, man. But this is your boy. I'm going to ramble if I just keep talking because this episode was just that good. But this is your boy Nick Incredible, man. Don't forget to smash that like button until you can't smash it anymore. Comment down below, and I'll be sure to respond to each and every one of them and subscribe, but only if you really want to, man. And remember that anime matters, anime is greatness, and anime is life, man. Peace out.